Mornings. I started doing Tuesday, Thursday class in the morning. I've done 3 now. And being up and at the Quoon at 6 in the morning is the worst thing in the world. I feel that every single person who does it is kind of wrong in the head, cracked like that, even though I find I'm a lot less coordinated and a lot less motivated in the morning. Being at Kung Fu at that hour makes it so that I don't have a choice, which is great. I love not having a choice in the matter, and something that I want to do, because then it makes it so that I have to do it. It's now the wee hour of before 9 in the morning, and I've already been up for almost 4 hours. Not quite 4 hours, getting close. I'm more awake than I should be at this time. Overall, I'd say getting up early is good, because now I've already had hour and a half, 2 hours of Kung Fu in my day, and it's not even 9 a.m. So, winning.
Interjection! I'm just editing. I mentioned last time on a blog that doing all my stuff on Sunday night isn't a good idea because, well, it's late and I don't really want to be doing it at that time. So this week I've tried just doing a bunch of things when they came up in my head and popping them in there and then get it all down and edit it later. So now it's Sunday. I'm editing it and tossing in this new idea. Looking back on this whole getting up early thing, I can see how this whole UVT thing is really helped me out in the way that there's so much to do in the UVT. There's a big list, right? It's meant to be a big list. It's a challenge, right? And you've got to find times to do this thing. And honestly, I've never really had the urge to go do morning classes. I'm not a morning person. But because I needed time to train with other people, I've started getting up. It's giving me the excuse I need to do something like that. What's that phrase we're always hearing? Make excuses to train, not excuses not to train.
One thing I've noticed about Kung Fu place, the Quoon, that place, is that we don't really do much for... Think about them. We don't seem to hang out as a group outside of the Quoon. One of the most important things to me is social interaction. Huge on my list of things that I want to do and things that I need to do. I need that type of social interaction. I've had times where I didn't do it and I just felt like the most useless lump. I'm a social person. It's true. And the thing about Kung Fu is we never do anything out together. I've known a lot of people around there for the entire time I've been at Kung Fu, so that's 8 years. That's a long time. That's nearly a decade. And I know next to nothing about them beyond what I find out in the 4 walls of the training mat. So that's something I want to do. I'm going to put it out there over here, is that I want to get to know people more outside. So let's do something, I guess. I gotta flesh that idea out more. I want to see more people in a social setting. Yeah. That's about all for that.
So I just got back from hanging out with Mr. Richard the Young, the spunky yellow belt that everyone seems to know and love. As I was talking to him and hanging out, I thought of a few more things I wanted to talk about quickly, and figured I'd put him here while I was thinking about him instead of wait till next time. Basically, I was thinking about my forms, how to do with my sparring. You always hear people say, especially a seafood player, talk about how you want to get better at your sparring, work on your forms. And I'm not gonna lie, I've often thought, really? Maybe I want to get better at sparring, work on sparring, go spar people. But it's actually making sense to me, finally. What makes our sparring awesome is from our forms and from our style is we're so centered and low. And I was trying to puzzle out how to get in on some people who are lanky and tall with long legs. You know who you are. I was playing around with the Lao Gar Kempo as well. We were talking about the other day in Sihin class was when you're driving in, sinking low instead of going up. And when I was trying to dodge these front kicks from these crane-legged people, I was hopping to the side and trying to jump to the side of the way, but I've been puzzling it with it, and I think it's going to be working. I'm kind of excited about it, actually, because it's kind of making sense now in a different way than it was before. Another thing that I was playing with was in Lao Gar, when you come in with those
those phoenix eyes. I was using that the other day. It's actually working really well. That sweeping in. So I'm playing with that too. But it's yeah, stuff I'm still working on. It's a lot of fun, and I'm actually really enjoying it now. Just like applying different things from forms into my sparring and seeing how they work. And there's a lot of things that I hadn't really thought about using before in any real sense, and now they're just working. Do your forms. I'm gonna finish off talking about a mental block that I've been having this whole time. This UBT thing I keep saying. UBBT thing. I've been in UBB twice, and both times it's been a really negative experience. I realize that this isn't the UBT. This isn't the UBT at all. This is Ihu Chuan. It's a totally different animal. It has a lot of elements from UBT, of course, because it's based a lot off of it, but it is the Ihu Chuan. It's a different thing entirely, and I've got to get that into my head. And it's something I didn't realize that I was struggling with, but now I'm seeing it. Ihu Chuan is about getting our kung fu to the next level, and not just by ourselves. Of course, it's getting our own kung fu to the next level, but it's also about doing it with the people that we're a part of the team with. And I just yammered on about how I really like being social and with people, and that's one thing that I've realized I need to step up even more is being social in the Iho Chuan and making it work like it's supposed to work with the people and the teamwork and not teamwork, the shared experience of this journey. So that's where I'm at now. I'm actually really excited that I've kind of worked around this mental block that I've been having a little bit here. So I'm gonna keep going on that. And as you can see by the lighting, it's getting kind of late. That's it. Done.